Hey guys, it's a Bookish pair here, and today we're going to be reviewing Sefi Atta's Everything Good Will Come. So stick around.
Everything Good Will Come was written by Sefi Atta. She is a public accountant and a chartered accountant, and she also holds a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing.
And some of her other novels are Swallow, A Bit of a Difference, and News from Home. Everything Good Will Come is her debut novel.
She's also a playwright, and some of her radio plays have been aired on BBC, and some of her stage plays have been adapted internationally. Have been shown internationally.
Her debut novel, Everything Good Will Come, won the Wale Soyinka Prize for Literature in Africa in 2006. So we're going to delve right into the book. The book was set in Lagos, Nigeria, and a little part of it was also in London, England, and it was set in the era of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
A summary of the plot of the book is Sefi Atta tells a strong feministic story here, and she uses the main character Eniton, who is the heroine of the book, to tell the story. We just see Eniton's transition from an 11-year-old girl in the beginning of the book to a 30-something-year-old woman towards the end of the book.
A grandmother.
A grandmother. The book basically explores her life, her family, her career, marriage, friendship, the political era of Nigeria in those years, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So it's a simple story. It's good. I like it. So yeah, that's basically what the book is about.
Speaking about the language in the book, it was relatively simple and easy to understand. And I particularly liked the use of figurative speeches, expressions, the proverbs that she used, and the infusion of the Yoruba language. I really liked that. Did you understand it when you read it?
Not all of it, but I mean, that's okay.
You could relate.
I could relate though, yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to talk about some of the themes in this book. First, I would say is self-discovery. That was seen in the character of Eniton, from her being a small child, an 11-year-old child, and then she goes off into boarding school, and from there she goes to England to study, and then she becomes a lawyer. Then she comes back,
just like her father,
and then she comes back to Nigeria to get a job in her father's law firm. She does NYC. Remember that her NYC boyfriend. Moving on. Exactly. And then she gets a job in her father's law firm, and then from there she moves on to work in a bank, and then she gets married. So along the line, we could see her discovering parts of herself. There were things she didn't know she could handle, and she was able to handle them perfectly well. How she evolved. It was more like an evolution anyway.
For her, especially.
So exactly. So there's a theme of that self-discovery, was explored in this book.
So another thing I would like to touch on is the theme of marriage, the kind of dysfunctional relationship her parents had, and then moving on to when she also became an adult and also got married, and how her relationship with her husband played out, and also on the side of her friend Sherry, how she grew up in a polygamous family, which interestingly the wives were actually friends. Like that's such a surprise, especially in this part. And then how Sherry also became a woman, and she had this sort of arrangement with a man that was married to someone else. So that's also like kind of like just gives you an insight into how things were even in that era and how things are even now.
Sherry was a side chick. Oh my god. Another theme that Sefi Atta explores in this book is feminism. Look, this book is about feminism. She does not even shy away from it. She makes no apologies. This book is about feminism, and it is the major theme of this book anyway. Right from her lead character to all the other supporting characters, everything represented in this book has to do with feminism.
And then
from her choosing law, from her mother from her growing up and her mother telling her as a young girl, oh, you can't do this, you can't wear this because you're a woman, to anytime even challenging those kind of thoughts like, why can't I do this because I'm a girl? Why can't I wear this because I'm a girl? To Sherry, to everything, feminism.
And then how even patriarchy fits into the need for feminism.
Yeah.
Like all those things were touched on in the book.
Yes, absolutely.
And then moving on to religion in the book. So how human beings, or basically people, kind of like just give religion this all in all power. For instance, when Sherry's Anita's brother fell ill, instead of the mom to take him, an educated woman, to take her son to the hospital, she took him to church, and
that's why
he died.
Another theme in this book is politics. This book, like the subplot of this book, is political. Yeah. Everything that was going on in Nigeria in that era politically was documented in this book, from the Civil War to the aftermath of the Civil War, to coup, military rule, dictatorship, because Nigeria went through that era of dictatorship. So everything was documented in this book. Corruption in the system, which was still facing till today.
Lack of
freedom of speech, social injustice, every other thing that we're going through was documented in this book. So yeah, that's one of the themes of this book, is highly political as well.
So one of the things I liked about this book is how it tells a tale of friendship and even family. When a family that is closely knitted, what they can achieve when they actually like work together. It was something I really liked about this book. What did you like?
Oh, there are quite a number of things I like about this book.
Okay.
First, I like her writing style. I like how easy it is. I mean, it's just easy to read. Then I like how the book starts off like a young adult coming of age kind of story, because you see her as a teenage girl. But then when it as it goes on, it becomes deeper and addresses a lot of strong societal issues, things we're going through, things that resonated with me a lot. I like how I felt after reading this book. I felt really empowered after reading this book. Like, yeah, that's, to be honest, I felt really. I read it before. I read it when I was like, some years ago. I was really young then, and I think I just finished secondary school when I read this book. And I didn't really get it. I read it like I was reading a young adult book. I was just reading like a YA book. But reading it now, after how many years, just gave me this sense of empowerment as a woman. Like, you understand? Like, I felt really empowered. I felt really encouraged after reading this book. Like, I can walk out of any situation, honestly, because Anton was able to walk out of a very difficult situation. Yeah. So I also like the characters. I like how she had the characters had their arcing.
How she developed.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So Anita is this naive girl, and then at the end you see her being bold. Sherry, who was the bold one, becomes very timid, and you get the mom who becomes very. I love the progression of the characters. I love how she acts their characters. Another thing I like in the book is, what else? I can't remember. Those things I mentioned, really good.
Okay, so what didn't you like about the book?
Okay. I do not like. So for me, maybe it's a personal thing for me.
Okay, sure.
I always like my books in chapters. I know, yes, she broke her own down in eras, but it just didn't really work for me.
It was a bit confusing.
Yeah, I prefer my books in chapters. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter. It even makes it easier for me to divide when I'm trying to divide how many books. So I always prefer to divide my books with chapters. So I know, okay, I'm reading like 4 chapters, and it was just like, it just felt like a blob, like it was really.
Yeah, so I think probably, so I couldn't really identify what I had issues with, but hearing you speak about how she divided, I knew that at the point it became a struggle to keep up, like
with the timelines. Exactly, yeah.
at a point it was just difficult to just okay, what's happening, where am I?
Yeah, it was just a stretch.
Yeah, and it can be very tiring.
Very, very tiring.
Because really, when you're reading, you usually look forward to, okay, I'm about to enter a new chapter. What's going to happen next?
Exactly.
But this book doesn't really give you that vibe.
Because there were no chapters in the book, so I just did not like that fact that there were no chapters in the book. So yeah, that's all. Okay. So T, rating.
If I were to rate Everything Good Will Come, I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Yeah. Not bad.
What about you? Please don't say 10.
No, definitely not a 10. An 8. I'll give it an 8.
Okay, so fair enough.
Fair enough.
Alright,
guys, so we've come to the end of this review. Everything Good Will Come by Sefi Atta. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share, comment, leave your thoughts if you've read this book, Everything Good Will Come, which I'm sure quite a number of you have read this book because it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, really long time.
Please share with us what you think about this book. We want to hear your thoughts and your comments about this book with us. Also follow us on social media at A Bookish Pair on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. So from us till the next video.
Bye.